What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the video, and today we are back with some more Dream SMP, the complete story. That's right, we are back. Today, we have got an episode called The Egg. I don't know what that means, but if you remember in the last Dream SMP video, which was, I think, like a month or two ago, it's been a while. There's a lot. I put a lot of space in between these videos because they're longer, and there's more. They're longer, and there's not that much of them, and there's a lot of content. Anyway, in the last episode, we explored the contents of what happened after Dream was imprisoned in Sam's prison, that massive, unescapable prison. And we also found at the end of that episode, he brought Wilbur back to life. If you don't know, in the Dream SMP, they have everyone has 3 canon lives. Essentially meaning, if you die for the story, that counts as a canon life. If you die to like a mob or something, it's not going to count. But deaths to players and big moments, then those count as deaths. And Wilbur ran out of lives and has been wandering the world as Ghostbur since then. And Dream also, for some reason, has the ability to bring people back to life, which he did to Wilbur, and now we got to see the consequences of that. And I think we're introducing some new things. I think we're introducing Bad Boy Halo. He hasn't been really mentioned a lot in the story, but I'm excited to see what's going on with him. Let's just get into this.
November 6th, 2020. A large obsidian wall surrounds the entirety of Lememberg.
That was a while ago.
Just 2 days had passed since Tubbo had exiled Tommy from the nation.
Wait, this is like
a day caught in the middle of peace and war.
It's like a flashback?
But what was a day in the heart of one story would be the beginning of another.
Another?
As deep in the shadows, a new threat to the server had just started to grow.
A new threat? What's happening? Is that the egg? What the world is that? This is like a flashback.
Bad stood in awe at what lied in front of him. He'd never seen anything like it before.
It looks like it's growing.
A deep red encased the entirety of the strange object. Whatever it was, it made him feel different. He thought about destroying the weird-looking plant, but immediately got a rush of fear at the thought of doing so.
What?
Confused and scared of his new discovery, Bad fled the room, hoping to find someone else to show the mysterious object.
Yeah, show it to someone else.
As he returned to his and Skeppy's mansion, he found his friend and fellow member of the Badlands, Sam, who was beginning work on a prison nearby with Dream.
This is so...
Quickly, Bad explained the situation and led the two to the strange red egg.
The strange red egg.
Do you see that thing in the corner? What do you think it is?
I have no idea, but I do not like it. It just looks evil. I mean, it's dark red.
I know.
Yeah,
but there's something about it. It's just like...
It's almost like pretty though.
It is pretty. Like I was getting ready to mine like a chunk, and then, oh my goodness, again, that vibe coming off of it. What do you think it is?
Is it like...
I don't know. Should we break it?
No! Don't break it! I don't want it broken.
Controlling them to keep it safe?
It does have like a very, very dark vibe though. Like,
yes, 100%.
It kind of look like an egg to you, Dream.
It's kind of weird. I don't want to... It's kind of creeping me out. You're telling me you didn't build this?
No, I found it. And it's mine now. You know what? Actually, when I originally found it, this was not here. These little tendril thingies.
It's expanding?
It's expanding.
That's kind of weird.
That's not good.
It makes me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What's uncomfortable about it?
This isn't supposed to happen in the game.
It's growing.
Like, I've never seen this thing before.
Get out. If you don't like it, I want you looking at it.
We might as well leave.
Yeah,
I guess we'll leave you to it.
As the three left the room and made their way down Prime Path, Sam noticed something growing on the side of the socializing club.
What?
A deep red vine gripped the side of the building.
It's
Bad
like
jumped with joy at the sight of the vine, while Sam and Dream questioned how it got there in the first place.
Good question.
At Bad's request, they decided to leave the vine alone and continued down the path. As they reached Bad's mansion, another red vine sprouted from the pond outside.
What?
This was not a coincidence.
It's not.
Just minutes ago, the group stood in that very spot and no vines covered the wall.
They were just there?
But suddenly, out of absolutely nowhere, they appeared.
That's not
And
good.
Bad would not let anyone close to them.
It's corrupted
Having had
him.
enough of the new discovery and Bad's strange behavior, Dream and Sam decided to continue work on the prison.
And we know how that
But
goes.
Bad couldn't seem to shake his new friend.
Friend?
Slowly, the vines crept across the path outside the mansion and onto the other walls.
It's like
New growth was
it's enshrouding his house like whatever this corrupting egg is knows that Bad's his friend and is trying to like protect him or something. And it's trying to also infect the rest of the world. It's crazy this was happening while all the other stuff was going on.
discovered on Tommy's tower, and throughout the rest of the day,
This is happening
Bad brought
during the
more
Exile
and more
episode.
people to see the mysterious egg. Most felt very uneasy in its presence, some even suggesting they tear it down.
Yes.
But others were drawn to it, unable to avert their gaze from its majestic red figure.
What?
Over the following days, new vines appeared and spread across the server.
That's
Nowhere
not...
was safe from the reach of the egg.
Oh.
Bad and Ant Frost, seeking to please
Frost.
the egg, planted seeds all around the server, hoping to spread its influence as quickly as possible.
What?
Before
It's like a
long,
cult.
Bad and Ant had gotten Captain Puffy on their side,
No.
and together, the three vowed to protect the egg and continue to plant new vines around the SMP. However, nearly everyone else grew to dislike the red vines,
Same
which
here.
continued to spread like weeds
Skeppy's
across
also there.
everyone's land. And on December 9th, Sapnap and Sam had enough of the egg's relentless spread and decided to attack it.
Yes.
After making their way down Prime Path
Kill
past
it.
the overgrowth of red vines, Sam and Sapnap entered the egg room. This time, the vines covered nearly a third of the room, and standing at the center of it all was Bad, who seemed to be talking to the egg.
Talking to it.
Sam and Sapnap made
It
their
just
way
keeps getting
closer,
worse.
stating that the egg had done enough and it was time for it to be destroyed.
It is time.
But Bad could never let that happen.
No.
Before long, Sapnap drew his sword and began to attack,
You in
driving
combat.
Bad away from the egg just long enough for Sapnap to ignite TNT and...
Blew it up. That obviously can't be the end, considering we're only 5 minutes
Sapnap
in.
had managed to crack it.
Oh, you cracked it?
Sam and Sapnap fled the scene while Bad stared in shock at his beloved egg.
Only cracked it?
This was too far. Later that day, Bad brought Puffy to the egg to show her what had happened. Since the explosion, the egg had healed, but it remained very angry at what Sapnap had done.
It healed?
So, Bad and Puffy knew they had to do something.
This is getting
to protect
worse.
it. And together, the two encased the egg in an obsidian shell with the hopes of it being safe.
Maybe it'll encase it.
Skeppy and Bad were best friends.
We're going to
Since Skeppy joined, the two had always stayed by each other's side.
Yeah, they had the whole
Through
mansion.
wars, conflicts, and explosions, their friendship stood unbroken next to the unending chaos around them.
But then the egg
But
came.
something changed the day Bad found that egg. Skeppy found himself alone in the mansion built for two. And in the few times Bad did come by to see Skeppy, he only talked about the egg. How he was angry at Skeppy's wishes to break the vines at their house and how great of a friend it was.
It's not a friend.
Skeppy felt Bad beginning to slip away. All the adventures they had, all the memories they made slipping from Bad's mind in favor of his new best friend.
This
Skeppy
damn
hated
egg.
the egg. All he wanted was for Bad to be there, but in its presence, it seemed even that was too much to ask. And so, when he noticed Bad destroying the very vines that drove their friendship apart, he began to have hope once again. Bad,
would he
Puffy,
destroy
and Ant
them?
realized that since they covered the egg with obsidian, the vines ceased to grow and their obsession with the egg had began to fade away.
Oh.
And as this
That's
obsession
good.
faded, the three realized they didn't actually like the ugly vines.
Well, that works out. In case what are that is great. The chances that they break that when they enshroud it, from what I can tell, the egg seems to be like growing from. Obviously, it's growing from the egg itself. When you encase something, nothing can get out of it, including like this like vibrant like energy coming off it that can corrupt certain people, like the ones he picks and chooses or something. And because of that, because it's encased, it can't corrupt them anymore, so they're just getting...
and decided to destroy them.
Yeah.
Skeppy suggested that they break the egg as well, but something inside the three still immediately opposed the idea. Instead, they all decided to visit the egg to try to understand what was happening.
No.
Skeppy had never actually seen the egg.
He hasn't?
So when he entered the room to a giant obsidian oval, he was a bit underwhelmed. Curious to see what this amazing egg was, Skeppy broke a single piece of obsidian to get a peek.
No!
Immediately, his friends froze where they stood, silent. Looking at Skeppy, Bad told him that he needed to leave, as just him being there was a risk to the egg's safety. Skeppy was shocked.
No.
Just moments ago, his friends were back. But now, it seemed all progress had been lost.
The second you were...
Bad, Ant, and Puffy had forgotten why they covered the egg in obsidian and destroyed the shell.
No!
Skeppy knew what he had to do. Hiding in a pocket in the vines,
What?
Skeppy convinced his friends that he was learning to love the egg.
No.
Excited about his efforts, the three decided it would be good for him to stay there for a while and left him alone.
Alone.
A few minutes later,
the egg?
Bad felt something off.
No.
Immediately, he led Puffy and Ant back to the egg
That's
to
not
make sure
good.
nothing had happened to it. As they entered the room, the egg was once again covered in obsidian,
What?
and Skeppy was nowhere to be seen.
Oh.
Quickly, Bad realized that not only had Skeppy covered the egg once again, but trapped himself inside.
He was
Alone
inside the egg.
with the very monster that consumed the
He's
rest
inside
of
the
their
egg.
lives. He knew they had to find a way
What
to save
idiot would do
Skeppy,
that?
but they also knew that destroying even a single block of obsidian would expose them all again. Bad reasoned that the egg was poisoning their minds.
Yes.
And before they destroyed any obsidian, they needed to figure out what it was. As they removed vines around the server, Bad theorized that the people who liked the egg the most were those who spent the most time in the room with it.
Which means...
They all worried for Skeppy even more, as
Skeppy
every
is
second he spent down
trapped
there
in
was
there.
another part of him lost to the egg.
He's
Sunset and night fell.
What's happening?
Skeppy sat alone, trapped with the very evil he sought to destroy. The next morning,
doesn't
Bad
look
logged on
good.
and rushed down to the egg. He planned to break just enough blocks for Skeppy to get out, immediately placing them back before being exposed again. And as he made his way to the room, he noticed that a few of the obsidian blocks surrounding the egg looked to be corroding. But there was no time to worry about
Corroded.
that. He had to save Skeppy.
Escape Skeppy.
And so,
Save
He
Skeppy.
got into position.
Here we go, Skeppy. Are you ready? I'm going, Skeppy. I'm going. Oh! Hurry, Skeppy. Come out. Come out. Come out. Come out. Okay. Okay, good. Oh my goodness, good. Wait, what? Skeppy, what? What happened to you?
Hello.
What happened?
Skeppy, are
What's
you
up with
feeling
Skeppy?
okay?
I feel amazing.
Skeppy, you're red.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Are you sure? Hey, do you need some food?
No.
I mean, I'm glad you feel good, Skeppy, but why are you red?
Yeah, why is he red?
I spent my time with the egg.
You were blue yesterday, Skeppy, don't you remember?
It was today?
I remember everything.
Wait, where are you going?
I want to go in the egg.
No, you don't need to go over here. Here, let's follow me, Skeppy. I'll take you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Up to the surface, the sky. You like the sky, right?
The sky?
Yeah, the sky. You know the sky? Come on. Maybe if we get you some fresh air, that'll help.
Skeppy had changed. Bad's best friend, the Skeppy who stood by his side
completely
all that
corrupted.
time, was gone. And in his place stood a shell of a person.
Shell.
Skeppy no longer cared about anyone or anything except the egg.
No!
He tried everything to go back inside. No matter what Bad said or did, Skeppy didn't care.
Keep him away
He
from
moved
the
out
egg.
of the mansion, the very place that stood as a symbol of
He
their
left!
friendship. Bad mourned the
The
loss
tables
of
have
his friend.
turned!
He tried everything to turn him back to how he was before, but nothing.
Try killing him.
To work.
Get rid of his...
Puffy suggested taking one of his lives, but Bad refused.
What?
He
Oh.
could never hurt
right.
Skeppy.
Best
he would
friends.
rather do anything. And not knowing what to do, he turned his efforts to the egg, the source of
Why
all
would you go
their
back?
problems.
He...
Following the egg's display
Less
of its
time
food, power,
he spends with it, the less
everyone
corrupted
agreed
he
to
is.
keep the egg quarantined to prevent any future incidents while they
Yes!
studied
Quarantine.
it. First, all discovered blood vines across the server were cleared,
Blood vines, that's
except
what they're
for one
called.
on Punz's tower. This way, they could make sure the obsidian still prevented the growth of the vines.
Oh, so keep
Second,
it far away.
They needed to buy time as the layer of obsidian surrounding the egg began to dissolve.
More and more.
To fix this problem, Bat and Ant surrounded the egg with a second layer of obsidian to make sure there would not be any breaches. They also created a decontamination chamber at the entrance of the room as another precautionary measure. Finally, because of the egg's strange effect on Skeppy, Bat and Ant decided to run an experiment by trapping different colored wool with the egg to see what would happen. As the days passed, the studying continued.
Weird experiment.
The vine on Punz's tower ceased to grow, meaning the obsidian was still working. The second layer of obsidian also began to dissolve, and the wool experiment had some strange results. As the final test, Bat and Punz decided to tear down the obsidian shell while wearing protective.
It's dulling them down to white because the white stayed the same, but the red turned white and the blue turned red. Like
gear to keep themselves safe from the egg's influence. Once the obsidian was gone, they noticed that the egg had grown much larger, having absorbed the first layer of obsidian completely. This was concerning, but they figured the decontamination chamber would keep the egg out while also preventing the vines from growing. A few days later, Bat and Puffy returned to see that the vines had completely taken over the room.
That's not good!
Vines reached down from the ceiling and flowers bloomed from the reddened ground. They started to like the look of the room, but then realizing they were being influenced immediately, left.
Leave! Stay out of there!
Had gotten worse. His red color became more intense and his love for the egg radiated with every word.
His tongue was the only thing that was blue, but now it's red.
Him back.
He is getting worse.
That the only way to save Skeppy was to take one of his lives to break his connection with the egg.
Yeah, it's the only way.
But Bad once again refused to let anything happen to him. He stated he would rather sacrifice everyone on the server than kill Skeppy.
Kill everyone.
Ant questioned if Bad was infected.
Just don't let him know.
Due to his irrational thoughts, but Bad showed no physical signs of an infection. Days passed and not much progress was being made. The egg continued to push back on being contained. Skeppy remained infected, and they still had no idea what the egg even was.
No, we don't even know what it is!
Ant, Bad, and Puffy agreed to hold a meeting on January 14th to discuss what to do about the egg.
You guys need to talk about something.
January 14th.
Oh, this is when this happens, got it!
The dust settled on a ruined L'Manberg. It had been barely a week since TNT rained from the skies above. And today, the fate of the egg would be decided.
Yeah, that needs to be decided.
The four logged on, and one by one, they arrived at the table for the meeting.
I think we all know why we're here, don't we? As I'm sure you guys are aware of, the egg is becoming a problem.
It is.
So I have a proposal for you two. Why don't you join the Badlands?
What does it offer us?
Everything. The Badlands currently is made up of myself, Ant Frost, Skeppy, and Awesome Dude. The reason why we created the Badlands faction was to protect ourselves from the chaos that was plaguing the Dream SMP. Look at where that's gotten us today, okay? I don't think it's gonna work with just us four. I think we need stronger people. But I don't think we should stop there. I think I have a long-term play. I think if we release the egg...
What?
Let it wipe out all of this side of the Dream SMP. Let it spread. Let it wreak havoc.
There's something seems super off about Bad Boy Halo, because he's always been trying to contain it. That's the goal.
Across it. Well, we discover a counter to it, right? We can secure our hold on our territory, then come in, and once we've figured out a solution, clear the egg, clear the vines, get rid of it, and we can take over the entire Dream SMP. We can go from being just one territory to becoming an entire empire.
I think you turned into a tyrant, Bad.
It does sound like that.
I don't want to take over the whole server. I want all of us to take over the whole server. If we do this, Puffy, if we do this just right, we can come together, form a unified government.
A government.
Where all of us
that always goes
have
well.
equal say.
A government always goes well. Did you see what happened to L'Manberg? Anyone who opposes Dream gets destroyed. That is how this has been going, and I can guarantee if you try this plan, it'll happen the same to you. Dream will figure it out, and he will try to put a stop to it. He will figure out a way to let the egg grow more. He will come up with a way to figure it out, to get rid of it first, and then be hailed as the hero.
Table, as it will, where we all have equal say over how we go about things. None of this president's nonsense.
You know what? I don't know if this is the egg talking or myself, but I'm craving some chaos. This idea you have, it's speaking to me. I don't know, and I don't know if it's you or the egg or what's happening, but I kind of want to do it. I think I want to help you guys out.
Puffy?
I'll help you with the egg because I feel as if there's no other way, but I don't want to choose a faction, as I feel like factions have got us to this point.
Yeah.
This is what I'm thinking. We combine your territory with the Badlands territory. Puffy, Temp Alliance with your territory.
Sure.
And we can create the formation of our empire. What will we call our empire? I think our unifying principle right now is the egg.
Empire.
Eggpire!
Eggpire!
Fire.
Then I hereby declare the formation of the temporary but hopefully permanent Eggpire. Are you guys ready to go release the egg?
The group made their way to the egg. No longer would they contain the
What
chaos.
is going
the
to
server
happen?
would once again feel the wrath of the egg, and in the wake of its destruction, the Eggpire would rule everything.
Everyone's changing.
The decontamination chamber
Puffy.
was destroyed, setting free the vines that engulfed the rest of the room. Bad Ant and Pun smiled as the plan began to move forward. They
Puffy's
imagined the chaos that would unfold and were eager for the spreading to begin. Throughout the rest of the day, the members of the Eggpire planted seeds all across the server to help encourage even more growth. Slowly, they all began to leave the server for the night. But Bad remained.
He stayed.
His plan had been received much better than he initially thought, and his disguise had worked even better. As Bad made his way back to the round table,
Disguise!
he realized there was no point in hiding it anymore.
No! Why? I keep seeing this. Oh, the red was gonna turn white. We knew this.
Propaganda coated the walls of every building. Vines spread like weeds as far as the eye could
In a
see.
single
The chaos
night.
was beginning. And with the spreading of their message, the Eggpire seek to recruit more allies to help them remain in control. First, Bad and Ant discussed getting Eret on their side because
Eret.
of the power and influence
Right.
he held as king.
Yeah, he has king.
Next, they needed to convince Sam to join the Eggpire in their quest
Isn't
for
he
chaos.
busy with Dream?
But this was much easier said than done. Since day one, Sam had a bitter hatred for the egg and
Yeah,
would
we
not
saw
take
that.
it well when he found out his equals in the Badlands went behind his back.
Oh, right, he's in the
And
Badlands.
as they expected, Sam was furious at what they intended to do,
Yeah.
refusing to join their
Everyone
cause.
anyone would be
He
mad.
had just locked Dream away in prison
Oh,
to
this is-
stop chaos
oh, this
and was
just
not about
happened.
to join some cult to spread more.
Yeah, it's 100% a
But Bad
cult.
and Ant had a plan to make him like the egg.
Make
A
him.
few days later,
You're gonna
Bad and
trap
Ant
it- oh,
attempted
his
to
eggs- his
expose
eyes turn
Tommy
purple.
to the egg with the hopes of getting him on their side.
Tommy.
Tommy, seeking to investigate the egg as a potential threat to the building of his hotel, asked Ant and Bad to lead the way. And as they approached the core, Tommy felt something strange. Tommy felt an uncontrollable urge to swear. Literally, that's it.
The egg is saying that all three of us should start swearing. The egg just told me to start swearing.
No.
You need to swear next.
No.
Tommy didn't seem to be affected by the egg.
Oh, he
And
wasn't?
in the eyes of the Eggpire, that made him the most dangerous person to their cause.
How is he like immune
Bad
to
and
it?
Ant quickly decided that they needed to get rid of Tommy as he was unable to be controlled by the egg.
How is that even possible? How is it that he can't be controlled by the egg? The egg seems to be able to corrupt everyone eventually. Maybe there's just a maybe the egg just doesn't like Tommy because he wants to rule or something. I don't really I got nothing. I don't know. I'm just in the same boat as you guys. I haven't been watching the Dream SMP, so I have no idea how this is gonna go.
Later that day, the Eggpire
But I know for a
gathered
fact he's
another
not dead
meeting.
because they have the
This
whole
time
Wilbur
to
plan later.
convince Sam permanently.
Already, have you guys seen what's happened? Okay? Dream is in jail. The server is devolving into chaos.
Yeah, 100%.
Factions forming
Yeah.
everywhere you look. This is a problem. We need a uniting force. We need something that everybody can agree is a bad thing to bring everybody together. People will think the egg is bad, but the egg is ultimately good. We all know that. Anyone who spent enough time with it comes to realize the egg is good.
The egg is so bad.
It's not.
Yeah, it's bad.
Here's the ultimate plan, okay? One by one, we bring people to the egg. Get them to come to our side. Get them to see things our way. Let the egg spread its influence. Let the vines cover the SMP. When the vines have officially and effectively covered everything, that is when we come out. That is when we resolve the problem. We come in, boom, you're heroes. And that's the point. It's just we're all gonna do it under the guidance and wisdom of the egg. You understand?
It's like a cult that worships is like a fork or something. I've heard of like, not in the real world. I've seen like shows where these like super stupid cults and religious people worship something that doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. It just doesn't. Why? How is this a good idea? Since when has the egg been good? But all it's done is corrupt and corrupt and corrupt, and it doesn't look like it's ever gonna stop. And it's growing, which means something's in it. Something gets inside that egg.
No, I don't understand.
This is like some kind of side story in the
Sam,
overall thing.
I'm trying to get through.
I loathe
really am.
the egg.
Yeah, we know.
The egg is awful. I don't care what you say.
I know.
This is not a good thing. The egg pyre is not a good thing.
It's not.
This was a bad idea from the beginning.
100%.
It's still a bad idea now.
Okay, so let me make this clear. You're in no circumstances willing to back down on this issue.
It's not.
No, we should not be doing this. We should be doing the opposite of this, actually.
Destroy the egg.
All right.
All right.
All right.
That's
All right.
fine.
That's
All right.
fine.
What? Okay.
They're gonna kill Sam.
Goodbye, buddy.
What? Bad!
How did they
Kill Puffy.
What?
Oh my god.
Puffy ran, shocked at what she had just witnessed and scared for her friend that now stood deep underground in the heart of the egg.
The egg. No.
Sam was trapped. Layers of obsidian stood between him and freedom. With every breath he took, the egg seeped deeper and deeper into his mind.
That's not good.
It was
No,
enough
no,
to
no,
break
no, no.
even the strongest of wills. Sam stood at the mercy of the egg for the rest of the night, alone with its raw and ruthless
He doesn't
power.
have anything on him.
The next
He can't
morning,
break out.
Puffy noticed Tommy on her way to break Sam out and informed him of what had happened. Quickly,
Oh, yeah.
the two made their way to the egg and Puffy broke a hole in the obsidian for Sam to escape through.
It's too late.
Sam was destroyed. He was disoriented and traumatized from the torture the egg had caused him.
Torture.
He was starved, exhausted, and just wanted to go home.
Yeah.
Tommy and Puffy, just wanting their friend to be okay, took him home so he could rest and recover from what happened
You should
that
see,
night.
like,
When
monitor
Puffy got
him.
back, she thought about
Make
everything.
sure that
She
if
couldn't
he's okay.
believe her friends would do such a thing. Bad and Ant had changed beyond recognition. Ant's eyes now as red as the egg itself. She knew that if someone didn't stand up to the egg pyre, they would overrun the entire server.
They 100%
And
would.
the friends she once knew would be gone forever.
What happened
Quickly,
to Skeppy?
a plan
How's he
began
doing?
to form in her head, a resistance to the unrelenting tyranny of the egg pyre.
Yeah.
Because she
Something
used
needs
to
to
be
be
one
done.
of them, she knew their true intentions and the ins and outs of their plan, making her the perfect leader of the resistance.
Yeah.
She just needed more people. Knowing of the egg pyre's plan, Puffy also knew exactly who Bad and Ant planned to recruit next. And so, when she
Techno.
caught wind that Bad was bringing Technoblade
No,
to the
no, no,
egg,
no, no, no,
she
no,
knew
no,
this was the perfect
Wait a minute,
opportunity
doesn't he have
to
his
get
own
him on
system
her
or
side.
something?
Puffy
Like a
watched
dream
from the
out?
shadows as Bad and Techno made their way towards the egg. She waited patiently, carefully following their every word until Bad began to take things too far and she had to step in. Puffy explained Bad's true intentions,
Yeah.
the egg pyre, their plans of unopposed control, everything.
Yeah.
And Techno, knowing he could never side with an empire, sought to
Yeah,
tear
he
it down
hates
alongside
government.
the resistance. Rambo also decided to join
Hey!
after almost getting trapped with the egg at the hands of Bad. This was a good start, but Puffy knew it would take more than 3 people to take down the egg pyre.
You need an army.
But lucky for them,
You
she
need
had a
dream.
few people in mind.
Who?
Having recovered from his stay with the
Oh,
egg
he's fine.
and fearing its effect on the security of the prison,
yeah.
Sam was not exactly a fan of the egg pyre.
Yeah,
And so,
of course.
when Puffy informed him of what she was planning, he was more than happy to join the cause.
Yeah, that sounds right.
In a land far away, rolling hills of sand painted the landscape as the sun beated down on the dry ground.
Where are we?
A player stared.
Who's
For
this?
months, his land lied
What?
untouched, an oasis in the heart of the sea of
What?
sand. But that day, red vines spread like a disease across
got
his
to him?
creation. Foolish was confused.
Foolish?
He'd never seen anything like it. He removed the vines, but a few days later, they returned.
He's been,
He
like,
began to hear
isolated.
stories of an egg buried deep underneath the rest of the server. Stories of a mysterious power that controlled some and drove others to hatred. But whatever it was, he knew it needed to
And
be stopped.
doesn't affect others like
And
Tommy.
so,
Tommy
when
would actually be
opportunity knocked at
perfect.
his door, he answered. April 12th. A large explosion
Oh,
spread
jeez.
across the server. Quackity flees the egg room as fast as he can.
He blew it up.
He prayed that his plan had worked. He prayed that the TNT was enough. He was tired of this egg, its influence spreading like a weed across the server and no one there to stop it. He knew that if no one else was going to do something, he would.
She's gonna blow up
He
the
didn't
egg.
have time to see the damage before his escape, as he was sure Bat and Puns were right on his trail. But he managed to get away. And even though the egg withstood the blast of TNT,
What?
his efforts caught the eyes of the Resistance.
Wow!
Slowly but surely, the Resistance was growing.
Growing.
They just needed an opportunity to strike, an opportunity to take down the egg pyre for good.
For all.
March 1st.
Oh, there's our day.
Word spreads across the server that Tommy is dead, murdered in prison at
Right.
the hands of Dream. Everyone was devastated. Tommy, despite the chaos, was a friend to all. And it seemed a part of everyone died that day too.
God.
Everyone except the egg pyre.
Of course, of course.
Tommy's death was exactly what they needed.
What? Tell us
Tommy
what
was
they
immune
needed.
to the influence of the egg, meaning
Right.
he could not be controlled, making him the biggest threat to their plan.
Who else? Someone
But
else
now
has
that
to
he
be
was
immune.
finally gone, their plan could move into its final stages. First, Bat and Ant managed to trap a new player, Hannah, in the obsidian cage above the egg. They hoped that in her time with the egg, she would learn to love it.
No.
And once she did, they knew exactly how she could help.
She got another
Following the
corrupted.
massive explosion set off by Quackity, the room was in shambles.
Whoa.
But the egg still stood. Bat and Puns made sure everything was
How?
okay and
Is this
blocked
thing
off
still
the room to
standing?
prevent any threats from entering while the egg was healing.
Again, this is Minecraft.
This also allowed
Right
for
through that.
concealment while they planned their final move.
There what?
An event months in the making, the true beginning of the reign of the Egg Pyre, the Red Banquet.
The Red Banquet.
In order for their true plan to work, they needed a lot of people as close to the egg as possible.
No one's gonna
And
go
because
towards
their
that
reputation
thing.
among the rest of the server was not that great, they knew that before they hosted an event as elaborate as the banquet, they needed to convince people this wasn't just another scheme. And so, it was decided. The Red Banquet would be staged as an apology. An apology for the harm the Egg Pyre had caused and a vow of their goodwill to the rest of the server.
It seems too.
But to truly sell the idea, drastic action needed to be taken. And Bad had the perfect plan.
What?
Over the next few days,
No.
the Egg Pyre removed
Yes,
every
I mean,
single
why did I say no?
vine that had grown across the server. Every trace of their mission to spread the egg gone overnight.
Yeah.
Invitations made their way to the farthest corners of the SMP. People finally started to believe they had changed. And the removal of the vines made people just comfortable enough to attend the banquet.
No.
And as Bad made his way down the now completely cleared path and into the banquet hall, he went through the plan one last time in his head. But then he noticed something out of the corner of his eye. His old friend, driven away those months ago by the very thing he
He's
worshipped.
back.
The only thing Bad still cared about more than the egg, Skeppy.
Well, that's good.
But he wasn't Skeppy anymore.
Oh God, no.
Wait, what? What is that? Skeppy, what are you doing? Skeppy, why are you over here?
I want to be next to the egg. You can excuse yourself. I've given you enough time. What do you want?
I care about you, Skeppy, and I mean, look, we both know there's nothing wrong with the egg, and the egg's great and all, but you don't have to be buddied up with it.
Then leave me alone.
Oh my goodness. Let's go for a walk.
Yeah, let's go.
Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to see the sunlight? You like sunlight?
Nothing here is new to me. I've seen all of this a million times over. Nothing you say will convince me. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Hey, Skeppy, look, it's the statue I built of you, remember?
What's it gonna take for you to stop talking to me?
I'll just go and do the preparations myself.
Okay, don't come back.
You're really getting
What?
on my nerves, Skeppy.
What? Why do you keep coming back?
Skeppy, I don't like your behavior lately has
My
been...
behavior.
Skeppy,
You have absolutely no control
It's
over
not about
any part
power.
of me, and everything you say is irrelevant.
Oh my goodness. It's not about power. It's not about control. I'm your friend, Skeppy.
He is. That part stays true.
I mean, you can think that.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, you can think whatever you want in your silly little mind, okay?
No,
It doesn't matter to me.
No, we're friends, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Skeppy, I have done so much for you, for our friendship, and now you're trying to tell me that we're not friends anymore?
I'm not saying it, I'm proving it.
Proving it. Oh,
You're
God.
proving it. I literally...
Hey,
I've had
You
enough.
have used
your
and abused
attitude,
me, and you keep
I've used and
hitting
abused
me,
you,
and you
your
continue to
attitude.
do so.
No,
Because
tell
we're
me
gonna go
I am your
back and
friend.
forth. Yeah,
Tell me.
I will give it to Bad Boy Halo, because even though he is part of the leader of this weird cult stuff, he doesn't still care about his friends, and maybe that'll allow him to break out of the X control if he accidentally kills Skeppy.
Best friend. My best friend hits me.
Do you know the sacrifices that I have made to hang out with you? And you'd rather
you've made
stand
any sort of contribution.
No,
you think you've done anything? You seriously think that? The past doesn't matter. It's only about the future and the present. And right now, I know what I want. I want to go to the egg. So I'm gonna go.
No, you're not going to the egg.
Yes.
I don't want you to stand by that egg all
Why?
day.
Are you gonna hit me again?
I'm not gonna let you go to it.
Are you gonna hit me?
I just wanted us to hang out like we used to. Like I did all this for you, and I just didn't want the egg to take that away.
Oh.
Do you hear how selfish
Aye.
that is? You were trying to take away what I enjoy and what I like for your
Selfish?
own benefit.
Did you
realize
actually
how
call that
selfish that is of you? You don't
What?
care about me. Stop
Are
hitting
you?
me.
You
How many more
actually
times
called that
are you gonna
selfish?
hit me?
Take that back right now.
They
Apologize.
were all selfish, and they were
They're-
only for your own benefit.
It's just a stupid egg.
not a
Skeppy.
stupid
Yes!
egg.
Yes!
No,
No!
Skeppy, no!
Bad stood in shock at what he did, destroyed by the tragedy he just caused. He remembered what Ant said about killing Skeppy and prayed with everything he had that maybe, just maybe, his friend could come back. April 23rd.
Did it work?
2 days before the Red Banquet.
Skeppy
The
free?
Resistance stands atop a cloud in the sky,
A
built
cloud
by
in the
foolish
sky,
to
okay.
discuss their plan of action.
Well, I'm gonna talk a bit about what just happened. That was amazing. It seems that Skeppy being connected, like sitting next to it for 24 hours without a single break, has caused him to lose all like emotions other than protection for the egg. That seems to be the only thing that has happened that has become a Skeppy since that moment, and nothing else seems to be changing. Seems to have changed that, but we don't actually know what happened after he died. And wait, dude, why is she there? Why is she there? She's a part of the egg pile.
Sam informs the group that he managed to recruit Hannah after finding her passed out in the obsidian chamber above the egg. The group was happy to welcome another member to their side and moved forward with their plan.
Her flowers are red.
The Eggpire had been very selective about who they sent invites to, making sure to leave out major threats such as Quackity, who nearly killed the egg.
That's fair.
Technoblade, who clearly had no intentions of siding with them and was very powerful.
Yeah.
And Rambo, who was caught spying on the egg with Tubbo a few days earlier. However, everyone who did get an invite decided it would be best to go to the banquet to get information and to seek an opportunity to attack.
This doesn't seem smart at
That
all!
being said, everyone was very wary of the Eggpire's intentions, as they knew there was a strong chance this banquet would end with blood.
course.
And so,
that's exactly how it's
they
going to end.
needed a backup
I think they're
plan.
actually going to trap everyone inside.
Knowing that they would not be able to sneak armor and weapons into the celebration as they were strictly prohibited, Sam suggested planting a supply chest in the center of the room in case things went downhill.
That's fair.
The group agreed,
they would
and
find that
Puffy
easily.
volunteered to hide the chest as she knew the room the best. Sam also informed the group that he had another plan he had been preparing. A plan that could destroy the egg for good. Finally, Quackity mentioned a secret contact he'd been talking to. A warrior, long dormant on the server who was happy to join the fight if things got out of control.
Purple.
And with this, the group went their separate ways. Satisfied with their plans and confident that worst comes to worst, they would be ready.
Things are getting intense. Things are getting intense.
The sun cast a
This
red
is only
shadow
part 1 of the egg. I'm
over
pretty sure there's a
SMP
second
as it
one.
climbed above the horizon. Deep underground, in the heart of a once innocent land, hung decorations fit for the greatest of kings. Red vines reached for the ground. Chandeliers brought light to the living walls, and at the center of it all lied a table waiting to be set for the feast. The Eggpire stood in the ruins of their meeting room far above the egg, in silence. No words needed to be said. The plan had been trapped in their heads for weeks on end, and everyone knew what needed to be done. Joining them was Ponk, who had always liked the egg, but after a bit of convincing took a greater liking to their plan.
Greater
But one
convincing.
seat lied empty, as their newest member was attending to her own part of the plan. The clock continued to tick until
I called that. I said it was a bad
as the first
idea.
guests began to log on. Everyone made their way
Destroyed
to
the
the banquet hall.
chest. They knew about it. What are the chances they knew that she was a trap? Is it wedding music? Like demonic wedding music I'm hearing. Maybe this is demonic piano. That sounds better. It's very creepy. It's very creepy noises. How'd they manage to sneak in the chest in the first place? Fundy, Joe. We got everyone here except for. Wait, oh wait, Tommy. Is Tommy still dead at this point?
I really appreciate you all coming again. I think this is the perfect opportunity
with the roses and the flowers
for us as a server, as a community, to come together.
Where the world is
and
dream.
honestly, just to let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, that's
to let any past.
I mean, if it was really an apology, this whole room would be empty, right? I mean, is it just me, or if you were really apologizing, this whole room would be empty, or there would be supplies to like clear it out or something? That's how I would see it. That's 100% how I
issues
see
to set them aside so that we can grow and advance from this point forward. Because while there have been bumps along the way, in the spirit of moving things forward,
Did they cover the egg?
I would just like to say that I was very, very happy that we were able to gather everybody here together.
The lava's falling.
For what is, I'm sure, going to be a banquet
lava
that
falling
none
behind
of us
them.
are ever going to forget. And yeah, thank you for coming, everybody.
Now they see.
And
thank you.
Prepare to die.
Lava fell from the ceiling, blocking all escapes from the room everywhere except the egg.
They had to have brought fire
led to
pots.
this moment, the final sacrifice. Puffy and the rest of the resistance were furious. They trusted their friends one last time, and they still betrayed them.
Of course they did.
They hoped it wouldn't come to this, but the Eggpire had to go.
Okay, it has.
He made her way to the center of the table, to the hidden
Find
chest
it,
of
God.
supplies. Finally, the Eggpire would answer for their crimes. But then...
What? What? Oh. What? Were you
Where's the stuff?
looking
Where-
for this, perchance?
There's no way.
What? How?
Hannah? I had to tell them.
You told them, Hannah?
Why?
The egg.
Hannah heard everything.
Yeah.
Every step of their plan, every precaution they
We
planned
already
to
knew
take,
that she turned.
everything. Ever since her stay with the egg, she was consumed by its transcendent power.
It's power.
And Bad knew that as a new player to the server, she would be the perfect spy. The Resistance was powerless. In the face of fear, they had unknowingly supplied the Eggpire with the very weapons that would cause their demise. But Sam still had one last plan.
What plan?
That is...
Oh yeah, he still has his plan to destroy the egg.
About our plans for the armor, but something you should know. I had another plan, because I didn't trust you.
What do you mean? Another plan?
Well...
No way!
That we all can agree this has gone on long enough now. I'm tired of all this fighting, so I say we just blow the egg up. For good.
He's got TNT everywhere.
An amount of TNT that it cannot survive.
But
So
you
I
don't
hit a
have
trap.
any... Wait. No!
No!
Yes!
The soup.
What?
Are you?
What? You really thought you could defeat the egg with TNT?
What?
After Quackity tried that, we took proper preparations and we made it so that we wouldn't have to worry about TNT anymore. Now, if you would all kindly please make your way over here, we can begin the summary executions.
What? The what?
The what?
Execution?
No. Come on. What? You see, the egg needs something, and it's gonna get it from each of you. See, in order for the egg to hatch, it needs energy, and it gets that energy by people dying.
Hatch!
And that's the role that you guys are gonna fill.
What?
I'm gonna kill you one by one. What did you say, Eric?
You're an absolute monster.
100%.
A monster. You know
Someone's
what?
up there. I just saw something.
I think
Hold on a minute.
a monster.
Look, right there. Who's this? Who's up there? Something's up there.
You know what?
Is this just a
think
spider? And I was gone.
that you would be a perfect person to sacrifice first.
The most annoying part is how he sounds so like happy about
you guys
this.
following the directive and not bringing any weapons. That's very courteous of
Well,
you.
Sam brought armor.
You, we trusted you!
Well, that was your first mistake. What you think we were really going to just stop trying to spread the egg's influence over the server just because a couple people got mad at the vines? Like, come on. That's been the objective all along, is to hatch the egg. The
Hatch
egg wants
it!
power and it's gonna get it.
That's not good.
Alright, stop. I have had enough. I am sick of this foul red stench. I am tired of this endless cycle of egg nonsense. We tried to give this dreadful egg another chance.
Yeah, I think we
Why
have...
don't we start with Foolish instead?
We'll save the monarchy for later.
Right.
Don't think we've forgotten about you.
There, it's the king. Forgot about that
We
part.
can start with Foolish.
You two bad, and this is your last chance with me. Your very last chance. I am done after this.
What are you gonna do? You're weak. You have nothing. Buffy, you were a part of the Eggpire. You could have prevented
And look what you all turned into!
Monsters!
I did what I needed to make sure that everyone else was protected. Because all you and Bad care about is the egg and yourselves. You're selfish.
Puffy.
Yeah.
You could
What
have
happened to
stopped this
Skeppy?
if
What
you
happened to
saved
him?
the Eggpire, but this is your fault.
What?
Foolish, no!
Oh!
One down. And a couple more people to go.
How many lives does he
Who
have?
should we do next? What do you think?
Bad, stop!
Whoa, quickly!
What are you doing right now? Stop! Stop it! Hey!
How'd he get in?
Hey, relax, Bad.
I
know what you're doing here, but stop.
Oh, he was.
Right
He
now.
put
Stop
it.
right now.
Look, if you look at the chat, he put himself there and then logged out. He's probably been. Everyone's been streaming this, and they probably was watching it and then waited for the moment to come in.
Look at what
Genius.
you've done here, Bad. This is impressive.
Never
I'm
would
not
have
gonna
seen
lie.
it.
This is quite impressive. Everything you've done here. You have to stop right now, Bad. You have to stop.
Stop?
This whole egg thing is just getting out of control. You just killed a man.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted to do, Bad? Is that
He
was
killed
that your plan all
Skeppy.
along? To kill innocent people? This has gone completely out of control, and I'm not gonna have it anymore, Bad. Look what you've done. Just look what you've done. You've trapped all these people, all these innocent people, in what you've disguised as a party. I'm telling you, Bad, you're a pawn to power. You're nobody, Bad.
Yeah.
You're working for something that quite frankly, doesn't even care about you.
He doesn't.
I mean, look at the egg. Look at the egg. Look at what it means. It doesn't mean anything. How about we just stop playing games, Bad? How about that?
I can't stop Quackity, and you know why I can't stop.
You're not like this.
Yes, I am.
So
No,
how
you're
about-
not.
I'm gonna tell you one more time. You and all your buddies here, drop your weapons and leave, and let all these people go.
No, you drop your weapons and you prepare. If you wanted to stop us, you should have brought an army with you.
He did, didn't
It's
he?
not bad. I did.
He did!
In fact, I brought the next best thing.
Oh,
I
Techno!
brought my biggest enemy.
All right, Quackity, where's this egg thing?
Right here.
This doggo army!
Get back, Hannah. Come on.
Techno
Let's
and the
go, get back.
doggos!
Welcome him, Bad. Welcome him.
Purpled!
Purple. Yeah,
Purple?
yes. Purple, Bad.
Techno! You and Quackity are enemies. Why would you side
Not on
with
this
him?
front.
Listen, Bat, I didn't want to work with this guy either, but this egg, it's going too far. It's warping people's minds. It's controlling them. It has no plans on stopping. And this egg, it's the epitome of everything I stand against as an anarchist. And if I don't stop it now, it'll be the end of the world. So yeah, I'm working with Quackity.
We still outnumber you. It's 4 against 3.
Puffy saw
And
an
about 12 dozen dogs.
opportunity, a moment
Or
of
2 dozen.
weakness, the very thing she'd waited for since the start of the resistance, and having had enough of the friends she thought she had, she took it.
Frost, you're
Oh, she had an axe!
Wait, what?
What? What? Puffy, stop!
Where did Puffy get
You,
away?
you've taken my kindness
Stop!
and weakness, Ampharos!
Yes! One down! Now let's stop!
Attack them! Kill them!
Attack! Let's go! Let's go!
Go charge!
Shouldn't it end here?
The toggos of war!
I've always told you, I've told you for so long, this stupid egg thing is just bringing trouble, nothing but trouble, Bad.
It is.
Go!
Retreat,
Let's
guys!
go!
Retreat!
As the Eggpire retreated into the labyrinth of tunnels surrounding the room,
Tunnels?
the people stood frozen, shocked at the events they had just witnessed, the murder of their friend. Quackity stood atop the egg. No matter what happened, the Eggpire was reduced to nothing, and their crown jewel now lied in the hands of the resistance. Quackity led the people to the surface, freeing them from the evil grasp of the egg. Over the next month, the server would attempt to recover from that day. Sam and Quackity sealed off the egg, quarantining it once again.
Yeah.
Bat and Ant felt a weight lifting from their shoulders as their color returned to normal and their love for the egg diminished.
They changed back.
The resistance went
Yes.
their separate ways, vowing to return the day the egg was released again. And the egg remained locked away. A mere memory of a time, a dark time the server never wished to see again. And with peace finally ruling over the land, the egg, it seemed, would have to hatch another day.
Yeah. It will hatch another day because there's apparently a part 2 to this that's gonna be that I am gonna be reacting to later. I obviously don't know when that's gonna happen, considering I don't have, like, I have a schedule for this. I plan these videos out like the week of. Like, I planned with the videos I'm going to be doing out, like, 2 days ago. So, I have no full intentions of no idea of when we're going to be. But this should be interesting, because this opens a lot of questions. Because this could have shaped the entire. This could have changed everything. And where was Dream during. Oh, wait, never mind. This was during his imprisonment, probably. I don't know why I just asked that. So, if I'm excited to see what happens after that and how they deal with both Wilbur being back, and then the egg's whole thing happening. I am excited to see how this goes, and I hope you are too. If you haven't enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all next time. Bye.